Nitrosites. It's me, the Nitro General here, and today I'm going to be doing another game review, as you can probably tell by the title. Now, today this game is going to be one for the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get right into the video. So the game I'm going to be reviewing today is Lego DC Super Villains. Now, I'm here. So this is the front, and here is the back. You can pause that and put it up to a mirror if you really want to read it. Or if you can read backwards, and alright, you're good. So yeah, I know this is a Lego game, and it's kind of more for younger kids to an extent, I guess. Because there's two modes in the game when you start up the game. You can go with easy, and then there's a hard mode. So I'm assuming that and I mean the easy mode isn't super easy. So I'm assuming that the harder version is for people who have played Lego games and stuff. And if you guys watched my DC versus rant room or my DC versus Marvel rant room video that I did a couple weeks back, you'll know that I'm a DC fan myself. So when I heard that they were coming out with this game, I was like, that's pretty cool. It's the first game. It's the first, any game that I know of where you play as the villains from DC or Marvel. I can't say anything about other games like that because I don't know. But from DC or Marvel, this is the first game where you actually get to play as the bad guys. So it came out in October, and I actually didn't realize it came out that early. I just got it a few days ago. And I've been waiting to make a video for you guys because I wanted to get pretty far into the game, because Lego games are kind of a hit or miss for me, whether they're good or whether they're bad. Like the Lego Marvel Avengers game that they released for, I know there was one for the Nintendo DS and there was one for the Xbox and stuff, and I played both of those, and neither of those were really any good. Now this Lego Star Wars games I played, and those were pretty good. I think I played one Lego Harry Potter, and that one was pretty decent. But when I was younger, I never really got to play very much video games, and I never got to excuse me, guys. So I never really got to play any Lego video games. The only time I ever got to play a Lego video game was when I had a friend come over and would bring it over, and that wasn't that very often, and most of the time I used to just like to watch them play it. But yeah, so I always had Lego sets, and I love Legos. So once I got older and I was able to buy my own shit, I immediately went straight towards Lego games. And so being a DC fan myself, seeing that they came out with this game, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. So a few days ago I got it, and I've been playing it a lot the last couple days. And honestly, I really enjoyed this game. Now, so basically, I'm gonna try my best not to give out any spoilers for you guys. I actually haven't been doing too much of the story. I haven't really been paying attention to much of the story because I kind of just want to get through it, and then I'll probably make another save load and then go through and actually do the story, because I just want to kind of get all the characters and stuff. So there's not gonna be really much I can spoil for you guys because I don't really know that much. All I know is that at the very beginning you get to create a custom character, which is really cool, because in a lot of Lego games none of the Lego games I've ever played, you'd be able to create your own custom character. I can't really say that for other ones that I haven't. But so you can make them look like Batman, you can make them look like Superman or Flash. You can get the emblems. You can even get them the Alfred suit. You can change their hair, and you can do facial hair and capes, and as you progress through the game, you'll get more abilities for your custom character, like size manipulation. They can shrink down or get really big. Electricity powers, being able to shoot fire out, and you can customize all those too. Like with the electricity powers, you can customize if you shoot them out of your hands, if you shoot them out of one hand, if you shoot them out of your eyes or your chest, or whatever you want. And you can customize the look of the stuff that lasers or electricity or whatever come out, and you can change the color and everything, which I think is really cool because it adds a lot of customization. Now you can, after you customize the character, I know you can go back and customize it somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure where, because you can have like an upwards of like 12 more custom characters, which is kind of cool, and you can change your character too. But I'm not exactly sure where you go to do that. I was watching a video and it said something like on Strikers Island you can go, but I haven't really been able to find it yet. So I'm probably gonna end up doing that soon because I really want to change my character. Because I tried to make it look like me, and then I was like, it doesn't look very well, so I just kind of want to go back and change it all. So that's pretty cool. Another thing I really like is that the amount of characters that they have in this game is insane. So yeah, so I forgot to get back into the story mode. So I guess after you create your own custom characters, there's this whole thing about how the Justice Syndicate, they call themselves. If you guys didn't know, there's a series of comics where it's an alternate Earth, and the Justice League is evil, and they call themselves I want to say the Crime Syndicate, but I don't know if that's what it is or not. And then they come back to this Earth and pretend they're good, and they send the actual Justice League away. But they're all named different. You got like Johnny Quick instead of Flash. You have Power Ring instead of Green Lantern. You have Sea King instead of Aquaman. There's Grid instead of Cyborg. There's Ultra Woman instead of Wonder Woman. And there's a bunch of other ones too. And you'll go through the game and fight these different bosses. There's Deathstorm instead of Firestorm, which is actually my favorite. But and I actually didn't know if these were real because I was like, why would DC name a character Sea King? That just kind of sounds weird. And I was like, this game is going to get a really bad review from me if they just start making up characters for the game. So I did some more research, and I was like, actually, all of these characters are real. Like, there's even a character in the game called Grandma Goodness, which they change her a little bit in there, but that really doesn't affect me very much. Like, in the game, she flies around on like a walker and like shoots like rockets out. And I know it sounds really stupid, and I'm like, this is definitely not a real character. It's a real character. Now, from the research I did, she doesn't have a walker that shoots out rockets, but yeah, she's like an older lady that has like super strength and everything, which I can't believe, honestly, after seeing that character and actually finding out that it's real. The fact is that they would go to that length to get all these characters and put them in the game is really cool. And again, that's what I like, is how many characters there are in the game. I mean, I don't know how many there are. I probably should have counted so I could have told you guys. But there's a ton of different characters. And most of them are supervillains. You get like a couple actual heroes in the game. Like, you'll get the Justice League. And then like there's also DLCs for the game too. So, and there's some DLCs that won't even be released till December of this year coming up. Because like there's a Shazam pack that'll give you the characters from the new Shazam movie that's going to be released later this year, which I'm super excited about because Shazam's my favorite DC character. And there's like some Aquaman ones that are just coming out now, and there's even some TV hero ones that even come out from all the DC TV shows on the CW. Like, you get Supergirl, you get Rain from Supergirl, you get the Arrow from the TV show with you get Vigilante, you get Mr. Terrific, which is pretty cool. I'm kind of sad that they didn't add Black Canary or Wild Dog in, but yeah. But you get can't think of his name right now. The original, the bad guy that from Arrow, not I can't even think of it right now. But yes, that's pretty cool. You get Flash, you get Vibe too, which is pretty cool, and you get Black Lightning, which is pretty awesome, I think. And they don't get very many from Legends. You get Adam from Legends, and that's really about it. But so yeah, so you get all these characters that you can play as, but those are all DLCs. And then as you progress through the game, you'll get more characters. I haven't beaten the game completely yet, so I don't know if you get all the characters from just playing through the game. But as of what it sounds like right now, there's some that you get from DLC, there's some that you get from codes, and there's some that you have to buy with coins, like after you fight them and stuff. And then from what I've seen, I'm getting a lot of characters just from playing through the story mode, which is really, really cool. And so you have all these obscure characters too, Like you have if you guys have ever watched uh Supergirl, I think it was Supergirl, then you know who Livewire is, the villain Livewire. She's in the game, which is pretty cool because she's able to manipulate electric stuff, and it's a little weird seeing all these characters as Lego characters. But the fact is that they combine, like, there's easily probably, I want to say, like 70 characters in the game. I wanted to say 100, but I don't know if there's quite 100. But there's so many characters, and there's so many like different versions of characters too that you can get. So that's the one thing I love about this game is being able to do that. And there's so much to do. Just like every Lego game, you have to destroy as much stuff as you can in the levels and get if you get your Lego, I don't even know what it is. It's called True Villain though. Once you get it, and you'll collect as many coins as you can. And if you get like a certain amount of coins within the level, you get the achievement for that level. And there's stuff hidden through the levels that you can get. And if you come back after you beat the level in free play, you can pick whatever characters you want and go back through there and do the stuff that you couldn't because you didn't have the characters yet at that point in the level, which is kind of cool. And just like they did in every other Lego game. So that's pretty awesome. I love that. There are a few glitches and stuff I've seen in the game. I'm just going to tell you guys here for the ones that I found, because I do, if there's anybody watching that made the game, or if this would make you guys, just to let you guys know. So on this one level, once you get Poison Ivy, it's like right after you get Poison Ivy, you have to create like this bridge out of like a plant, and then you have to climb up this ladder, and there's like a helicopter that's shooting shit at you, and you have to go through the door and climb up the ladder. Now, when I was on this level, this is like pretty far into the level, and I climbed up the ladder, and I'm up there, and then I switch to another character I have to use, and the other character is stuck like down below, and I can't get him. And you can make him walk, but like the plant that Poison Ivy had made is glitched, so it's not even, it's like part of it's, you don't even think it's there, but it is there. It's like invisible. And then you can't even climb up the ladder. It won't let you climb up the ladder. So I had to physically restart the whole game, quit the game and come back. And I had to do that entire level all over again because that. So I really think that they should make a way so you could teleport all the other characters, because you can have upwards of like 4, 5. I think at one point there's even like 6 characters that you can have all once together moving around on the level. So it's really easy to get them trapped in regions that you can't get them out of. So that's one thing I really think they should fix, is that with all these characters, it's kind of hard for the game to register all these characters moving at one time on the screen, which they do a pretty good job with. But again, like I said, there are multiple instances where characters will get stuck at points and you have to restart the entire stage, which that really, really, really irritates me. Having to restart the whole stage. Another glitch that's happened to me multiple times is that something big will happen and the character will start to move and then it'll just freeze. The whole game will freeze. Well, not the whole game, because you can tell that like up in the corner you have the coins and stuff that are still moving, and the character portrait, and the thing over on here that says press plus to join is still flashing. So the game hasn't froze, but the character itself, though, the game has froze. And you can't pause the game or do anything. I've exited the game at one point and came back to it really quick without closing it. And it went, like, the whole screen went black, and then the character was just like, it looked like he was just falling in a pit of just blackness. So again, I had to restart the whole game, and you had to restart the whole level again. So that's a little bit more of a problem for me, because that's happened like 3 or 4 times to me, and it's just a little irritating, in that ways. And another thing I think they could improve on is being able to access the DLCs more, easier, because like they have an option for DLCs in the menu, but when you go to that, it only takes you to the store. It doesn't show you your DLC. So I'm having trouble if I don't know what DLCs have been released yet and which ones I have. I bought the season pass, so I have all the DLCs, but I don't know which ones have been released, which ones haven't. It says that there's a pack that was supposed to be released on 12/31/2018 that hasn't been released yet, or it is apparently released. Like there's an Aquaman pack that gives you Orm, and I don't have that one yet, and that one should be released yet. So I don't know. I really think they should make an easier way to access the DLC content, or have something on the character selection screen that shows you the downloadable content. Because otherwise, it's just a little irritating. But overall, out of 10, I'm gonna give this game a solid 8. I'd give it a 10, but again, with the couple of glitches there, it's a little irritating, and at some points, it's just, I don't know, it's a little irritating at some points. So that's the whole reason why it's not getting a perfect 10. I don't think I've given the game a perfect 10 on this channel yet. So yeah. But, so again, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's a really, really, really good game. If you guys are thinking about getting it but don't know, I highly suggest it. If you guys have never played a Lego game but love DC, I highly suggest playing that. Because it gives you all these different characters, like all these different characters throughout the entire DC universe. Even ones that have never been in a game before, like Granny Goodness. Or Mr. Mexaplex. All of these characters you can get within the game, and you can even, there's just free play. It's literally open world at some points. So you can walk through Gotham City, you can unlock all these different cars and stuff, and you can spawn these cars and drive them around Gotham City or Metropolis. And you can, hit people on the street, and you can, fight people on the street, and, they'll run away from you and stuff because you're a villain. And that's really cool because, again, it's kind of hero-esque because the villains are fighting they call themselves the Justice Syndicate. But at the same time, there's so much in it that, that hints to it actually being villains and not just heroes villains. Because that's what I was really wanting, is something, that shows that these are villains and not just heroes in this game. And I love that. I think they did an amazing job with this game. By far, this is the best Lego game I've ever played. Again, I think they do a really good job, and I highly suggest this game. If they could patch those couple little glitches. But yeah. So overall, guys, that is it from this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you like the commentary, make sure to leave a like down below. Make sure to subscribe. I do rant room videos. I do game reviews. I do, videos on Pokemon Let's Go. I haven't done a video on that in a while, but I'm trying to think of something else to do because I've been into some other games right now. But yeah. So make sure, if you're new, to subscribe. I try to release content as much as I can. And yeah, like I said before, I'm trying to get in Elgato to actually release gaming videos so I can show you these games. But yeah, guys. So make sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you know exactly when I release a new video. But other than that, that is it for me, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you whenever I see you next. Nitro General out. Peace.